Alright. Nectar. That could be... Well, we already bought what we needed. Still, it has been quite useful to us. I guess now is not the time to fill our hold, because we are going quite far and we could find stuff on the way or in Hybris. Let's buy many supplies. Actually, let's do the quests before. Sometimes those reward us with supplies. Listen to their stories for terror. And the Inconceivable Circus. Collect free tickets to the circus. Amazing. Write a report. And go behind the tents to deliver the magician's repaired equipment. His friend in Port Haven has fixed the delicate machines. They are ready to be used again. The magician inspects his equipment as thoroughly as a gunnery officer would their cannons before a long-awaited engagement. When he is satisfied that the panels do shut properly and silently, he breathes a sigh of relief. It's been some time since I've been able to do anything worth a damn. I remember back in those days the people my performances would attract. His glance catches on an old poster of himself. He requests you leave him alone to practice. Let's go to the Ringmaster's caravan, and now we have to help the Strong Woman. 6 of rats. Ideally, the Strong Woman's act is to lift unusual objects brought in by the crowd. The problem is no one knows they are supposed to bring something. The Ringmaster leans under his desk to pick up a fat bundle of posters. He drops them with a thud. We need these slapped all across Leadbeater, Stavrod, Nature Reserve, and New Winchester. Okay, let's write it down. Leadbeater and Stainrod. Flyer. New Winchester. Flyer. Although New Winchester we are gonna go to anyway, that's our main hub. I think I had something else to write down and I forgot. Is that so? I don't remember anyway. Well, yeah, I was thinking about something else as well. Perhaps... No, that's not gonna be there. The censorship we are seeing, we can deal with in an option. I'm actually gonna bump the music up. I don't think that was the part of the sound that was a problem. No. Okay then. I don't think there was anything for us to do here, except maybe buy the Crystal Nectar, which, as we have already established, is not the smartest thing we can do. Oh, buy supplies actually. 6 and 6 is quite nice. As for our route, if we go that way we find that horror. Perhaps we could do stuff in there again. We are in a good enough condition that this could be okay. If we find the Tale of Terror, actually that would be quite nice, because it would be all that we need to write our Song of the Sky. If we go this way, we get to fight with marauders, which is quite nice, but we can do that on the way back. Alternatively, we could just scout around a lot. Okay, we will go that way first. Maybe try to uncover what's behind. Faith is full. Yeah, I like the idea. It's more dangerous than the marauder route, but I think we can take it. Also, we don't really need more gossip from the captain's logs. Something to mine, not too interesting. That's probably a marauder. We could fight it, but we're gonna do that later anyway. The value of them is not super high. If we have low hull, I guess it is much higher, because we always have that option. That is a disturbing music. That's it. Yeah, in that place Terra does go steadily up. Not by that much, but it is definitely noticeable. Marauder. Oops, it's not dead. Okay. Loot the hold. Sovereigns, sure. I remember there being havoc here last time. Behold the remains of a celestial behemoth rotting gently. So last time we delved into it and we found stuff. For now we'll just leave. I want to explore around it first, but nothing's easy. We could try to force it open, or just leave it untouched. If we leave it untouched, I think we get some terror. Let's try it. Okay, lucky. Your driver holds your locomotive steady along the wreck as your crew takes turns at the pry bar. Eventually the bay doors are sufficiently ported to permit the spriest of you to squeeze through. Soon they return. And what's this they have found? A marked box. Fragile contents do not shake, upend or discommode. Munitions? Ooh. After much careful maneuvering and whispered cursing, the box is opened. A chorus of oohs and ahs runs through your crew as the panes of starlight-stained glass emerge. A careful hand has rendered the sights of the high wilderness into articulated swirls of colored glass. Okay. We are not gonna remain there to fight those guests because of the harbor. Just leave the Takatis to their demise. I would expect that to lead us back to Hybris. Oh, we did not end up exploring the Leviathan. That's a shame. Although it could have put us in so bad a condition that what we're doing right now would not be possible anymore. So that's whatever. That's a colonized cantankerous. It is quite slow, so if we get distance, we could surely... Oh, it moves around when it is shot. Not always. Okay, no. Just sometimes it gets moving. did not like that. Hey, amazing. A palpitating mycological mass of fractured chitinous legs, railed gills and ruptured polyps. Chitinous. I'm gonna check the English pronunciation here because lichen was quite unexpected. There's no pronunciation here. Okay, what about Google Translation? Translation. Chitinous.
Chitinous.
What? That's not... The language chosen here was Irish. Perhaps it makes no difference though.
Chitinous.
Chitinous. I guess the British would still pronounce the T. Chitinous. Okay, well. A growth of livid fungus has engulfed a small herd of cantankerous. Now it is dying. The herd crumbles with one irritable, faltering voice. We could dig under the fungus for precious stones. Sometimes fossils or gemstones can be prized from a cantankerous carapace. You'll have to carve your way through the fungus, though. We could try to render the fungus edible. Why? Eating unprovenance celestial fungus is, of course, a ticket to madness, infection, or a colorful death. But hopefully Yaku can render it inert, or just destroy the remains. I am not interested by any of these options. I guess I'll just go for precious stones. Perhaps that could get my terror down. I guess this has more value than some sovereigns. Sure, just destroy it. Against thunder, again and again, until the conglomeration is pulverized. Your crew cheer like spectators at fireworks. There's fallen and sky stories. It just was chilling there. There's nothing. Right. Okay. The Oathbreaker. An argument breaks out between two crewmen. One owes the other money but cannot repay it. Unfortunately, the debt was sworn on the name of the Burrower below, a roving god of the deep skies and the keeper of compacts. We have heard of him before, in Carillon. That weird shrine seems to be his. The Burrower has a low opinion of Oathbreakers. Your crew mutter darkly. They fear that this will bring them bad luck. We could banish the Oathbreaker. Just siphon him out to space. Take on and pay the Oathbreaker's debt. It's not that high. Or punish them both. Ignore it. Let's not do that. Punish them. Except that the Burrower below would not be too happy with us there. So I think it would have the same effect as just ignoring the matter. Could even be worse, actually. Banishing the Oathbreaker seems like a safe option. I feel like this would be a safe option too. Let's just do that. One of your crew, tattooed with dragons, acts as an occasional mediator with the Burrower. She conducts a simple midnight ceremony in which you recite the promise that was made and immediately pay the amount owed. Your purse is lighter, but the debtor, the deadtee, and the mediator seem happy. Outside, the sky's fogs are thick as soup. The Burrower below is watching you. Okay, I don't think we made it mad. A crewman's observation. Your navigator sidles up to you. Yeah, you've been keeping up with the dailies, Captain. I don't know what "yeah" means, though I have seen it Air.
Air.
Air. Which means before. What? Could it have another meaning? I'm not too sure here. He unfurls a yellowing newspaper. Your passenger from Port Prosper has her face splashed across the front page, beneath an impressive and improbable list of charges. What? The Ministry of Public Decency is offering a hefty reward. You'll ponder this. A criminal, eh? No need for rash action. Your passenger from Port Prosper. Oh, not the horological grill. The one we have right now that's going to the nature reserve. Your passenger is a wanted fugitive. She does not know that you know. A quick change of course back to Port Prosper is entirely possible. We are not even going to any of those to either of those directions actually. A swift extradition for her, a well-deserved reward for you. Or you could continue on to her destination. Who knows? She may have reformed. You may be sympathetic. If she's on the run, she may be willing to pay handsomely for her transportation. Okay. Scavenge that, and I did see that. I will hit it on the way to Hybris, but first I'd like to know whether there is a pass here. It seems likely there would be one, but let's make sure. Okay, sure. That's a Crive Spinster. Really? I do need to kill another one. Although I don't have cover here to make the fight easier. That's pretty bad. One hit. That's gonna have to do. Circle around, keeping our distances, that seems to work. I think that's too far. Yeah. We even knock it back, shooting it. Fungal stuff again. No thanks. No thanks. It's gotta be close to dead. There we go. Hey! That is the same event. So let's just get the trophy. The crew set about the creature with hacksaws while the quartermaster prepares a board. Once the entrails are dried, they nail it firmly there. The hunting club will no doubt wish to replace it with something in mahogany or bronzewood once you deliver it, but this will do for the moment. And we are getting a third shot at that fungal event. I think the game is forcing it upon us. Hey! Third time's the charm. It does not respond to movement, heat or light. It does, however, seem inclined towards sound, emitting a puff of spores in the direction of two chattering crewmen. You perform further experiments. It ignores the noise of the engines and is unresponsive to music. But it does respond to singing. Apparently the fungus likes voices, which reminds me of the Blemigans. What? Small sentient mushrooms? Who can sing, apparently? And we have one on board. Anyway. Hybris is right there. That's a worrying place.